Welcome back to the channel, guys. This week we are not doing the bug cut video yet again. That one's going to be delayed for a couple of weeks. I've got a few things I need to figure out with the footage and stuff like that. So this week we're going to be doing a rehouse of the largest spider we have in this house. The time has come. I need to move Stirmi out. She was only obviously settling in into the household, but we need to move her out of the enclosure she's in. It's not ideal. The setup's a little bit awful. I still haven't managed to get to the woods yet because of work, life and other things getting in the way, but she has cork bark, she has enough soil, so we're going to set her up in the new environment, and then what we'll do is during the week we'll get down to the woods, we'll get some more moss and we will sprinkle it into the enclosure and spice it up a little bit more than it will be during this video. So for now we're just going to get a basic setup, but I thought what I'll do is I'll take you along. Now, as you'll probably see from the footage, she's got a 45 by 45, and rather than catch cup her, move her out, put her in a box, get rid of all this substrate that's in there and then put her all back into this setup, I have a spare 45 by 45 which I've just given a good spring clean, and we're going to put some soil into it in a minute in Rehouse Central. And then what we'll do is we'll get her and move her over to our new setup, hopefully calmly and peacefully. She's been stridulating quite a lot at me recently. I'm hoping this new environment will settle her down a little bit. Anyway, let's move over to the other room. We have a massive tub of dirt, almost as big as the enclosure, but we've got peat moss and topsoil in there. We have bag of vermiculite which we're going to mix in with that to keep the moisture up, and then we also have a big bag of leaf litter there. So what we're going to do is we're going to be transferring this soil, mixing it with the vermiculite, get the cork bark out of our other setup and put it in here before we move her. We'll get this one set up, so I'll set the camera up, we'll move the dirt in, we won't take long doing that, and then we'll get the girl in here and move her in from one enclosure to the other. So 45 by 45 setup and a huge bag of dirt. So what we're going to be doing, big cup, big thing of tub of dirt. We're going to move it in a few tubs at a time and then mix it with some vermiculite. I don't know if we're going to actually have enough soil here. I'm hoping we do, because I've mixed up a big bag of this. The only reason I'm moving it in with this cup is because I don't want to get told off for making a massive mess. I don't have any mesh, so we can't put clay balls in here, but to be honest, as long as it's got the humidity from water bowl and things like that, and it's not a live planted enclosure anyway, hopefully this should be sufficient. One of the other good advantages with peat moss is the fact that it is quite a light soil, so you haven't got to worry too much about the enclosure becoming super heavy. Topsoil is quite dense, so you end up with quite a deep and heavy setup. We're going to give this a big bank at the back, and you know what I've forgotten, because I'm an absolute numpty? I am going to use the background because it gives us a little bit less substrate in the back, and she doesn't really need that point at the back. So we're going to shift all this forward and put that in. And then we're going to start mixing in some vermiculite. So let's get this in there. I don't like, and I wouldn't normally use these Exo Terra backgrounds, but I need to move her in before worrying about sealing this up with cocoa fibre and things like that. Right, let's get some vermiculite in here, get this mixed up a little bit, shall we? Vermiculite's good for holding moisture. We use it a lot in the plant world, mixing up with plants and stuff. So hopefully this will add something to this substrate and give it nice moisture retention. I mean, it's a lovely soil anyway. You can see it's just that right consistency where it's holding its shape, but it's not damp. And no one wants soggy soil. Not even these spiders. They don't mind it humid, but they don't want it damp. Right, let's whiz through this, shall we? Okay, so we've got soil in here, and I have a glove. The reason I have a glove is because we have to cork bark out of the other setup. I think this bit's probably a little bit excessive. I think it might be a little bit excessive. Let's have a look at the other piece I've got. This is probably too small. Okay, so we're going to take the big arch and we're going to shape this a little bit because we want it to be a little bit more appropriate for her. Okay, so let's get that in there. The idea is when I go and get the moss, I can put the moss all around the back of this, but this is giving her a good place to go and hide. And the other reason for giving like a good level of substrate is not necessarily for when they burrow, but obviously the shallower the substrate, the quicker the moisture leaves. And we want to try and retain that as much as possible. So what we've got going on under there. Could give her this piece as well, and then she's got a choice of areas to go into. Let her decide what she wants to do. This one's a smaller piece, obviously. And now we can let her decide what she wants to do. Okay, leaf litter. Lovely Leah at Unusual Pets. We can really go to town with the leaf litter a little bit. That is. I'll take that one out. The good thing about the leaf litter, as I said before, it not only looks nice, but it holds the moisture a little bit, stops it evaporating as much and as quick. Okay, I think that will do. Okay, what do we think? What are we thinking? It's pretty nice. I mean, it's a basic setup. I know I've got a water bowl to add, which we're going to put down that bottom corner. But apart from that, I mean, it's a standard setup. We've got a piece of cork bark to go into, probably move her around a little bit. Hopefully she'll go in and settle in straight away. Right, let's go get her, shall we? Here we have our girl. She looks tiny in there with absolutely nothing in there. Obviously I've moved the water bowl in and we've moved the cork bark in. Now we just need to get her. She's not very happy. The substrate, as you can see, is not ideal for her really. This setup looks just much nicer, I think. And once I get the addition of the moss in there, it will look even better. But yeah, this one doesn't look as barren. This one looks like she's got places to go. I did move this piece of cork bark, I'll show you, without the glass in the way. I think it just looks better that way. She's got like a couple of archways in there to go, and it sort of doesn't take up as much space being there, so she's got a nice area for when she does eventually molt. Right, so not sure how we're going to do this yet. Haven't decided 100%. All I know is she's a big girl, so we're not catch cupping. We have got a rather large bra plast that hopefully we can get her in on. I'm probably going to use this lid, even though this lid doesn't look as nice. It is completely sealed there. I'm going to get some acrylic cut to go over the top and replace this mesh lid, but for now this one will hold the humidity more because on the outside it has got this plastic thing. Anyway, right, here's our girl. She's big and she's beautiful, so we're going to get her out of there and we're going to get her to her home. So let's set the camera up and we'll be back. Right, hopefully this will be a nice easy move. She's plenty small enough to get in with this bra plast. In fact, she probably could go in with a normal bra plast, to be honest with you. Just not sure I want to deal with the other bra plast afterwards. So we'll move her in with this one. Okay. Let's see how she reacts, shall we? Hopefully she's not going to go kicking. Okay, so that's on. Let's slide this lid in like that, and then hopefully we can coax her across gently. Come on, don't flick. She's a big girl and she doesn't like moving very quickly, that's for sure. But we want to... No, don't go flicking, come on. And she's on there. And do not breathe the hairs, because she's kicked up a fair bit. Right, she's in there, so now we're going to move the camera over to a new one and then move her across and lower her in. I don't know if you caught that on camera, but the stridulation, she was stridulating quite heavily again. She's not happy in there, but we'll move her across, move the camera across, and then we'll be back. Okay, let's put her in. Lid on the old enclosure. All that old substrate's going straight in the bin. There's hairs and all sorts in there, and it's disgusting. Right, let's see. At the moment, Don't hiss, it's okay. I mean, she is absolutely stunning, isn't she? Look at that. She's gorgeous. She's absolutely beautiful. She's an absolute stunning tarantula. Stunning tarantula. Let's open this up. See, as long as she doesn't move, we're okay. She's a beautiful girl, eh? Absolutely beautiful girl. Now we just got to get her off this bra plus. We're not going to push our luck with her. But yeah, we're going to get her off this bra plast and into the new place. Right. Hopefully without too much flicking hairs, shall we say. Come on. Come on, girl. Let's go that way. Come on. Let her walk on her own, because if she's walking on her own, it means she's not going to be flicking, she's not going to be stressed at all. But don't rest on the edge of the bra plast, girl. Come on, let's get you off here. Come on. Oh. I don't mind if she goes in there and out the way, because what we want to do is make sure and minimise all stress at all times. Okay, we'll just lose whatever urticating hairs are on that in there, shall we? And we are in our new setup, and to be honest, that couldn't have gone any smoother. She's now hidden away inside her new home. She's absolutely stunning. Like, I know she's gone in there, which is good. That's what we wanted. And hopefully, looking at the setup, she's got plenty of space to call home in there. Big water bowl. And lots of soil, lots of substrate. It's looking pretty nice in there. So yeah, that's her in. Right, let's go back to the other room. After I carry this heavy behemoth into the spider room, shall we? And we're back in the room. I have no idea whether the stridulation will come out on camera, but she was making quite a bit of noise while she was flicking her bum hair all into that bra plast. Yeah, I had gloves on, but I'm going to be taking this t-shirt off very shortly and having a shower. I've already washed my arms all the way up to my shoulders. I don't really get affected too much by the hairs. I can feel a little twinge on the arms, but it's not like super reactive or anything. She's moved into that home and she looks pretty happy. I know she went straight into the cork bark, but what I liked was the fact that she walked straight off the bra plast lid and into the home without having to be sort of force pushed or anything like that. She's a heavy spider, and trying to move her is a task. She, you know, just best off letting her move in her own time, like she did. So she was all good. Sometimes I use a brush, sometimes I use the plastic. The good thing with that plastic sort of pipette thing is the fact that if she has a nibble on it, it's very, very soft, so she won't hurt herself, hurt her fangs on it. Anyway, that's today's video, the rehouse. As far as last week's video goes with the painting of the models, that hopefully will be coming out in the next few weeks. I've made a start, and we're going to get some footage and capture it all the way. Not sure whether I want to do the whole thing as one video. I probably will, but I was going to sort of break it up and sort of have it as little segments in each week, but I think we're going to have to do a whole video on it because there's a lot of footage and I'm going to have to condense it down. I just hope that I can do it some justice and it doesn't look like just a splodge. Thank you everyone who watched last week's video, by the way, and gave me some suggestions. I think I know what I'm going to be doing for the painting on these ones. We're just going to have to wait and see whether or not I change my mind again. But I do appreciate the suggestions, and it's given me some food for thought. So if you did enjoy today's video, please give it a like and a thumbs up and all that jazz, and leave a comment. Hopefully the breeding project won't be too far away with these. She's probably going to molt soonish. I know she's not that dark, but they turn dark very quickly. She's swollen up. So but yeah, leave a comment, and if you're not subscribed, why not? But yeah, just give us a subscribe if you wouldn't mind. That'd be absolutely lovely. I do appreciate all the support, guys, and I'll catch up with you again next week. But cheers.